So now I get to tell you about the dinner. So as I mentioned, Tchaikovsky and Brahms met each other for the first time in 1888 in Leipzig for dinner. And they were actually joined by a third composer, who is the gentleman furthest to the right in this set of pictures. That's Edvard Grieg, who is known as the first major Norwegian composer. The dinner took place at the Leipzig home of one Adolf Brodsky and his wife Anna. Adolf Brodsky was a very prominent Russian violinist who was living in Leipzig at the time. And his wife Anna has a really big part to play in this story because it's thanks to her written account of the event that we know quite a bit about what happened that evening. So just think, wouldn't it be nice to be someone like Adolf Brodsky? Wouldn't it be nice to be able to have three of the great composers of the 19th century over to your home for dinner? Right? It does, you sort of think, gosh, it's enough to make you feel a little jealous, a little envious. But it seems that poor Adolf Brodsky might have gotten more than he bargained for that evening, because things were not smooth sailing, socially anyway. Anna Brodsky tells us that when Tchaikovsky and Brahms first met, things were, to say the least, a little bit awkward. They had very different personalities, which was perhaps something connected to their different social backgrounds, as I've mentioned earlier. So this is what Brodsky wrote. "It would be difficult," she writes, "to find two men more unlike. Tchaikovsky, a nobleman by birth, had something elegant and refined in his whole bearing and the greatest courtesy of manner. Brahms, with his short, rather square figure and powerful head, was an image of strength and energy and an avowed foe to all so-called good manners." He had a very sarcastic personality, Brahms. Later, Tchaikovsky wrote that he grew to like Brahms as a person as the evening went on. But what was apparently completely beyond Tchaikovsky was to warm up in any way, shape, or form to Brahms's music. So what happened that evening was that they met. Some of Brahms's music was actually played in Tchaikovsky's presence, and Tchaikovsky could not bring himself to pay Brahms even the smallest compliment. He felt it was, it was just something he couldn't do. He would be lying if he sort of even did it to be nice. On the same visit to Leipzig, not on the same night as the dinner, but on the same visit, Tchaikovsky actually attended a performance of Brahms's double concerto, and this is what he wrote of the experience of that concert. "What I suffered during the whole time cannot be described." So those of you who know the Brahms double concerto might feel differently about the work, but there you go. That was Tchaikovsky's opinion.